You ever sit there, staring at your screen, waiting for a creative genius lightning bolt to strike? Yeah, me too. Last Tuesday, I spent 45 minutes trying to come up with a grocery list. A grocery list. By the time I wrote milk, I'd already questioned my life choices. But here's the secret nobody tells you. Creativity isn't some magical gift only given to people who wear berets and say things like, "Ah, the muse whispers to me." Nope. It's just taking stuff that already exists and smashing it together like a kid with Legos. Steve Jobs didn't invent the phone. He just glued the internet to it and called it an iPhone. Shakespeare? Dude recycled plots like he was getting paid by the remake. Even Einstein was like, what if Newton's laws, but spicier? So, if you've ever thought, I'm just not a creative person, congrats, you've been lied to. The truth? You're one weird combo away from your own eureka moment. Okay, but here's the scary part. What if you don't start smashing ideas together? Picture this. A world where nobody ever remixed anything. No iPhone. No Dyson vacuums. Hello, 1990s dust bunnies. No Lion King, which, let's be real, is just Hamlet with better hair. You'd be stuck reinventing the wheel every time you had a thought. Literally. Some poor soul would be in a basement right now, screaming, "What if we put the numbers on a dial?" While the rest of us cry over rotary phones. And worst of all, you'd keep staring at that blank page forever, convinced creativity is a mystical force, like the Wi-Fi signal in my apartment, strong for everyone but me. But here's the good news. You don't need to be Einstein. You just need to be a thief. A classy, legal thief. All right, time to steal. Strategically borrow, like a pro. This is called idea stacking, and it's the cheat code to creativity. Think of your brain like a junk drawer. Right now, it's probably full of random stuff. A meme you saw, that weird dream about your teeth falling out, and the fact that bees can recognize human faces. Seriously, look it up. None of these seem useful until you stack them. Example, James Dyson saw a vacuum cleaner and an industrial cyclone. The machine, not the drama, and went, what if we yeeted the bag? Boom. $1 billion idea, or take podcasts. Everyone records in a studio. Boring. But what if you stacked podcast plus outside? Now you're the weirdo recording in a forest, and suddenly you're interesting. The lesson? Stop waiting for inspiration. Start stacking. Here's where most people screw up. They try to create on an empty brain. That's like trying to microwave a meal when your fridge is completely bare. Should I reheat this air? You gotta cram your skull with weird knowledge first. Read random Wikipedia articles. Watch documentaries about oyster farming. Listen to that podcast where two comedians argue about cereal mascots. Become the human equivalent of that one friend who knows too much about 18th century whaling. But, and this is crucial, don't just hoard ideas like a dragon with ADHD. You've got to start creating while you absorb, even if it's garbage. Why? Because passive consumption turns your brain into mashed potatoes, and nobody innovates with mashed potatoes. Now, here's where the magic happens. And by magic, I mean writing things down, like a person who definitely doesn't forget their own phone number. Step 2. Rob your own brain. Every time you stumble on a cool idea, whether it's a TikTok trend or the fact that octopuses have 3 hearts, write it down. Doesn't matter if it seems useless. Thomas Edison didn't invent the light bulb because he was organized. He just had a notebook full of what if fire, but tiny. Step 3. Force a collision. Take two unrelated ideas and slam them together like Godzilla and a wedding cake. What if we mixed ocean currents with Uber? Congrats, you just invented tidal energy ride-sharing. Is it stupid? Maybe. But stupid today gets you to brilliant tomorrow. The key? Stop judging. Creativity isn't a courtroom. You're allowed to think, what if refrigerators could tweet without the FBI showing up? So, here's your homework, you beautiful idea thief. Steal something today. A concept, a meme format, your grandma's meatloaf recipe. Smash it into something else. Meatloaf plus TikTok equals viral cooking horror show. Repeat until people call you creative. They won't know you're just a remix artist. Remember, originality is a myth. The best ideas are Frankenstein's. Now go glue some weird stuff together and pretend you meant to do it.